to my review of Snapshot issue 1. This is a new mini-series from Image. It was originally presented here in the UK in a magazine called Judge Dredd magazine. I think it was 10 pages at a time you got then, but they've I think you get like 2 parts in one here, and they're going to release it as 4 books. And so what did I think of this book? Originally I didn't know about this book until, I think it was iFanboy. They do a thing every week where they, on their website, where if you're short that week of books to buy, they give you a few ideas. They each sort of like pick an idea, and this was one of their pick, was Snapshot. So I thought I'd try it out. I thought it looked good, and yeah, it was really good. The story is about a young lad called Jake. He works in a comic book shop, and on his way to work he finds a telephone on the floor, a new phone. So he takes the phone with him. He opens the shop up, and there's this regular Steve there waiting for it to open up, and you know, you have this like little scene between the two of them that you sort of like, they're having a bit of banter backwards and forth, so you're getting an idea of who they are. The Jake tells him about the phone. They're just about to look at what's on the phone, if there's any name or address on the phone, because Jake's just thinking of selling it, but like they've got to see if there's anything on it. So then Steve leaves, and Jake looks at the phone and finds these pictures, and there was this dead body. There's this dead guy who's had his finger cut off. Then the phone rings, and there's this guy on the phone called Detective Warren, who says he's from homicide, and this is part of a homicide case, and that to put the phone in a safe and he'll come down and collect it. So Jake does that, and he turns up. Jake goes to get the phone, but when he looks back, he sees that this guy, who's a so-called detective, is putting a silencer on his gun. So it's not looking good. So Jake does a runner. He gets to the police station, and he's telling the police all about this and what's on the phone and that. And then the dead guy on the phone, turns up at the police station and says it was all a prank, that they were doing this murder weekend and one of the people took it too far, and gives the policeman his address and his name and his phone number, and it all checks out with the police, so they let him go. So Jake's like a bit too spooked, a bit too scared to sort of go back to the shop. So he goes to his friend Steve's, and Steve's like, well, you should go round to this guy's house, get more of an explanation. He owes you at least that much. So he decides, yeah, I'm going to do what Steve says. So he and Steve, they go off, find this guy's flat, and the door's kind of like open. So they go in, and they find I think it's behind the sofa, this dead body of the guy who was at the police station. He's dead again now, and been shot in the head, which will leave you dead. So like they're like shocked, and then this Detective Warren, the guy who said he was a detective but really looks like a hitman or a serial killer, he's there then, and this is where things go south. And there's a few more twists, and then we end the issue on like a shocking end. I really enjoyed this book. It's a bit different to what I would usually read, but I liked it. There's a bit of a mystery going on. You're trying to solve what's going on with the characters. The characters are extremely likeable. I think it was Alfred Hitchcock who said that the easiest way to get you to care about a character is to laugh with them. And the scene in the beginning with Steve and with Jake really works well in getting you instantly to care about these characters you've only just met, because you're laughing with them at their banter backwards and forth, and it is a very effective way to get you to caring. The story as a whole, I just really enjoyed this, and the ending was really shocking because of the format that it was originally presented in as a 10 pages. It means the story moves at a nice brisk pace, and they still have character moments, like I mentioned that scene at the beginning with Jake and Steve, so to get you into the characters. But there are a lot of twists and turns within this one issue, that, you know, it's a really great read, and I really became engrossed in the book while I was reading it. The art as well is really good. It's in black and white, but don't let that put you off. You know, because the art is very good. and there's some really good moments in here. This is one of my favourites, when he's gonna kill Jake, but Jake does a runner. So yeah, I really loved this book. It was a fantastic read, and one of the great things that Image always do, they find these books that are a bit different than what you'd get from the big two, and it was another really enjoyable book, and yeah, I give it, without hesitation, I give it 5 stars.